As a teacher, you need to avoid the following things I'm about to reveal to you. For me, they are very serious mistakes you need to avoid, and I'm quite sure the sixth mistake will shock you. If you listen to me to the end, you might definitely come up with new positive teaching strategies. But before diving into the topic, I want you to know that I have a long experience as an English teacher. Right now, I'm a qualified pedagogical supervisor, which means that I know what I'm talking about, and I know I can help you. Step number 1, avoid talking too much. If you dominate the conversation, your students won't have the chance to practice speaking. Remember, language learning is about communication, so aim for a balance. Encourage discussions, debates, and group activities that give everyone a chance to speak up. Tip 2. Don't correct every mistake on the spot. Overcorrecting can make students feel self-conscious and afraid to speak. The only mistake you could correct on the spot are the errors that impact comprehension or mistakes that relate to the lesson's objectives. For example, if you study a text with your students and some students are going off the text, you have the right to get them back. Those mistakes can be corrected on the spot, and you have to offer feedback during reviews or after they finish speaking to maintain their confidence. And instead of correcting your students publicly, why not note down all their mistakes and deal with them privately? I think that could be a good idea. Don't you think so? Tip number 3, don't rely solely on the textbook. There are teachers who stick too much to their lesson plans or textbook. If this is what you are used to doing in your classroom, let me tell you that your teaching might not be effective if you teach only and directly from documents. Bring your lessons to life with videos, articles, songs, or real-world scenarios. This makes learning more engaging and relevant to your students' interests and needs. Tip 4. Don't neglect different learning styles. I don't know if you are familiar with the differentiated pedagogy. Tell me in the comments if you need specialized pedagogical training. Right now, someone is helping me have a website for this channel. Once the website is ready, I will start offering courses online. For the time being, bear in mind that not all students learn in the same way. Some might thrive with visuals, others through listening, and some with hands-on activities. Mix up your methods to cater to everyone and give all students a chance to succeed. Five, avoid using overly complicated language or jargon. Similarly, don't try to imitate the white man. If you are an African like me, just stay yourself. So if you try to speak like other people, or if you use high-level language, you might confuse your students, especially beginners. So keep it simple, clear, and to their level. This helps ensure they understand your instructions and explanations. I warned you that tip 6 will shock you. Don't create a negative or high-stress environment. Let me break it down to 2 important points. Number 1, never adopt a provocating behavior towards your students. And number 2, stop seeing your students' errors as a problem. Instead, create a supportive atmosphere where mistakes are seen as part of the learning process and students feel safe to take risks. And finally, tip number 7, don't ignore cultural sensitivity. Remember, language teaching is more than just grammar and vocabulary. It's all about understanding and respecting different cultures. Use students' cultural backgrounds as a resource in your lessons to make everyone feel valued and included. Those are 7 things to avoid doing in your classroom. By steering clear of these common teaching mistakes, you will create a more dynamic, inclusive, and effective learning environment for your students. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with other teachers, and subscribe for more tips. And don't forget to comment below on your own classroom tips or experiences. I'll be very glad to also learn from you.